This episode starts with Twilight waking up all excited. Apparently it's winter wrap-up, the last day before spring, where all of the ponies clean up winter. And due to a tradition, Ponyville doesn't use magic to change the seasons. Yes, in this episode it is established that ponies change the seasons themselves. Twilight realizes that she's been overzealous and it's like 3 in the morning. When morning finally comes, Twilight rushes into town and sees a bunch of ponies already gathered for the jobs today. There are 3 teams. The blue team takes care of the weather, the green team takes care of the plants, and the tan team takes care of the animals. Twilight has no idea which team she'll be a part of, and Spike just wants to go back to bed. The mayor gives a debriefing. You know, just mayor stuff. You'll notice that she's not wearing any vest herself because she's a lazy. Twilight doesn't know which team to go on and wants to decide. And here comes this episode's song, Winter Wrap-Up.
Months of winter coolness and awesome holidays. We've kept our hoofsies warm at home, time off from work to play. But the food we've stored is running out, and we can't grow in this cold. And even though I love my boots, this fashion's getting old. The time has come to welcome spring, and all things warm and green. But it's also time to say goodbye. It's winter, we must...
If you're wondering why songs don't factor into my final ranking of the episode, well, I wasn't thinking of this episode specifically, but it makes a good case for it. This show has a habit of putting really good songs in otherwise okay episodes. I like this song, everybody does. It's the first big musical number of the show, and it's much better than just telling us what every team does. Just keep in mind that it has nothing to do with my final ranking of the episode. So, Twilight doesn't know which team she wants to be a part of. She sees Rainbow Dash, the leader of the weather team. Twilight asks if she could be a part of the weather team. The answer is no, she can't. Twilight doesn't have wings, so the weather team is out. And Spike falls back asleep. No, I don't know why he's in this episode either. Comic relief, maybe. Twilight goes to Rarity, who is busy making bird's nests, and asks if she can help. She tries to help, but fails to make anything other than a total embarrassment. So yeah, making bird nests is out for Twilight. Twilight finds Pinky, who is skating on ice. She's skating to make it easier to break. Twilight decides to help, but she has no idea how to skate, and you see where this is going. Yep, but after that crash, skating is out. Pinky suggests that Fluttershy could use some help with the critters as part of the animal team. Fluttershy is using the bells to wake up hibernating animals. If you don't know what hibernation is, this episode goes out of its way to explain it. I know that during Season 1, this was technically an educational show, but this is the only time they do something like that, and it was completely awkward. Twilight decides to wake up the animals from their hibernation, and she wakes up some snakes, bats, bees, and a skunk. Wow, that was unfortunate. During a tomato bath, Spike suggests that Twilight use magic. Twilight refuses because it goes against tradition. So you're teaching kids to use counterproductive traditions. Alright then, Twilight goes to see if Applejack needs some help. She's using some plows and Twilight wants to help. Twilight tries and fails before she even gets started this time. This is the final straw and Twilight decides to use magic. The plow gets going and she's moving faster than every pony else. Of course, Twilight manages to screw up again because she can't control her magic for some reason, and she causes a snowslide. Applejack scolds Twilight for using magic, causing her to run away crying. Now Twilight's all depressed, hiding out in a bush because there's no way she can help, and she overhears the teams arguing because they are completely unorganized. They learn that Ponyville has been late for winter wrap-up each and every year. Basically, everyone else has failed their job, and then there's a bunch of arguing. Twilight has finally found her place, gets everyone's attention, and organizes everything during an acoustic instrumental rendition of Winter Wrap-Up. Twilight's organization helps everyone get their job done quickly, and saves Ponyville from embarrassment and scandal. Winter is completely wrapped up by the next morning, and spring has arrived on time. Twilight gets a vest with all 3 colors, and the title All-Team Organizer, because she's special. Then we end on a moral that we all have hidden talents, and if we're diligent, we can find them. I said songs don't factor into my final ranking of an episode because the song is really good and the episode is just okay. The humor was okay, the moral was okay, the story and conflict, it was okay, even the animation was just okay. There's nothing really bad about this episode except for that awkward hibernation scene, but nothing really shining about it except for the song, which doesn't count here. Still, it's nice to have an episode that doesn't take place in the standard midsummer. I wish we had a few more of them. I think it's safe to give this episode a bronze. Congratulations, Winter Wrap-Up. You're so okay, you've earned it.